up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to a State of Origin special About Even. We will be back for a proper About Even on Thursday, not Wednesday, because you're watching this on Wednesday. If you're watching this on Thursday, you fucking know the results and it's a waste of your time. Doing it thanks to our good friends at Ned's. Now, I just want to get straight into it because I basically had to scream at everyone on the panel here to shut the fuck up so that we could save this conversation for when the cameras are rolling, the bright lights are on. Just a quick... What was that, man?
Sook.
A sook. I'm trying to make sure that the punter and the dribbler get the best out of you guys. And if you're getting off all your good shit before the show and then you're saying it again, like, is anything going to be as exciting?
You just did it in a sook fashion, though.
Well, I was getting upset. And I apologise for that, but nothing else. We were just discussing the fact that, well, like, basically, what the fuck is the backline going to look like? Where's Critter going to be? Because there's obviously some concern about Suoliti and Lomax defending together. But, Guru, you seem to think that that's how it's going to look and Critter will be left. Is that correct?
Yeah, it sounds that way from what I've heard, which over the last few weeks you've learned doesn't really mean shit. But, yes, it sounds that will be the way. They're going all Penrith left side, which will probably mean Suoliti debuting at right centre up against Hammer, which is a bit scary to me.
I hate that we always talk about combinations. It's like, put these guys, pick him because he's played with us. When do Queensland ever do that? You know what I mean? They just pick the best players all the time and just put them somewhere where, like, oh no, he's played with him, so if he's done that, then we'll pick Appy. And that's just like, why are we doing this all the time? Why are we doing this every single time? We've shown that Penrith footy doesn't win Origin. It's good footy, doesn't win Origin. Like,
no, it hasn't won Origins.
Yeah.
Well, it has. It has. But, like, it wasn't. A Penrith system alone didn't win it.
We didn't like Trill and Turbo. They kind of... Did we...
Well, we won it with them. Yeah. They've never lost Origins.
Yeah.
So don't start talking shit about Trell and Turbo.
I'm not.
Oh, good. I thought...
No, I'm saying that's what wins us the Origins more than the Penrith
system. Well,
historically
it has, yeah.
No,
take you back to game 1, 2001.
Since that series, those two have played 73 minutes of Origin combined. It's insane.
Yeah, it's
that's great,
it's
isn't it?
fucking depressing. Do we think...
Hell of a series.
Is there a world, though, Guru, Seb, Eddie, as this barfly follows me on every show that I do non-stop, is there an element where you go like, yeah, sure, he's debuting at right centre, but like at the end of the day, you're playing fucking rugby league, and like let's not pretend like we're trying to, reinvent the wheel here. Got him. Don't worry, everyone, got him.
That scared the fuck out of me.
Do you know what I mean? That like left centre, right centre, should you just be able to play it?
No, centre's a specialist position. It's tough. I get what you're saying, but you're also marking Hamiso, who might be the fastest motherfucker on the planet. Like it's tough.
How much tougher would it be? Because I'm not sitting here going like fucking just like I could do it, but I just mean like how much more difficult would it be? Having played rugby league his whole life, from just going from one side of the field to the other, like, would he have never fucking been on the right side of a football field before with a ball in his hand or defending someone?
I'm sure he would have been there, but like defending on the other side in NRL is tough. Doing it in Origin is pretty brutal. Like he's also a kid. Remember, he's like 21.
Hey, if you're old enough,
if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah, good enough, you're old enough.
But it's a tough gig. It takes me back to when we went out bomb catching, and I remember you sitting here very confidently saying you never dropped them, and then the first one you got up there and you wouldn't have got a fucking net.
How'd that go?
Shout out to Matty the Water Boy.
How'd it go?
How'd the bomb catching go?
I still haven't dropped one. I'm still on the
You want to bring that up again? That's fine. I mean, that's
Still
shocking that you did that, but how did that bomb catching go?
Still haven't dropped one.
I remember we were presented as the winners in front of, 30,000?
Yeah, 30, 40,000.
50,000.
At least fucking, some manly people did their job that night.
That's right. Well, we stood up when we needed to. Listen, we overrun the first couple. We were in sand shoes. It was dewy.
Yeah, you were in fucking Predator boots, dude.
And you knew. And yours went up a fraction of the height of ours. Ours had snow on them, Tom.
Yeah.
But then once we got a hang of it, which was literally one ball, we dominated and won the competition and were presented as the winners.
Yeah. Chaired off.
Well, it certainly clapped off.
Yeah, well, no one cares.
Standing go sort of stuff. But you listen, Guru can sit here and say that it's hard to play both sides of the field. I don't get that.
No.
It doesn't seem to me to make any fucking sense. If all you've done your whole life is play football and going to the right side of the field is just like the
It's going to
scariest thing of all
completely
time.
fuck you up. Like,
I don't understand that. I'm sorry. I just don't. I think that's fucking ludicrous.
with respect, of course.
I don't know what I'm talking about either, though.
yeah.
It just reminds me of Zoolander, I can't turn left. That's all I think.
Yeah.
Fair. I'm telling you, it's going to play a role. It is going to play a role.
Now, is it going to play a role in the sense that you've got Lomax, Suoli'i, and Nico? Like, they're probably going to target Nico.
Well, if you have a look at the left edge, if we run out like that, you're going to have, and we spoke about it on Bloke yesterday, you're going to have Angus Crichton, you're going to have Stephen Crichton, you're going to have Brian To'o. They're essentially the three best defensive players in their position. So it's going to lock down the left side, which is going to be great. The right side, though, you've got Hines, who defensively has struggled and was picked out apart by Penrith the other day and the last time we saw him. You've got Suoli'i playing on the wrong side. You've got Lomax, who he's been pretty good defensively this year, to be fair. But you've also got Liam Martin, who's coming in under an injury cloud, who hasn't been playing his best footy. And the big key for it is for me is that none of those four have ever defended together. I know you don't like the combinations chat, but
Sebo doesn't.
No,
hates the
I'm saying
combination.
on the Penrith side, take one of them out and put it back there. You know what I
100%,
mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Don't sacrifice a side so you can have a combination on the other side. That's what I'm trying to say. But who is running Queensland on the wing against this side?
well, it depends what they do because they've got Tommy Dearden in there now on the left side. They could run with an all North Queensland left side and put Val Holmes there like they do at Clubland, or they run with Hamiso there. What do you reckon they'll do, Rando?
I reckon they'll keep the Taulagi and Tabuai Fido combo on that
Combo
left.
there.
Won them in the Origin Series last year, by the way. And then on the right side, Coates has always played right wing when it comes to Origin, so I assume he's just going to stay there with Val Holmes on the right.
So who to put in the multi?
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to
mate.
some
We'll get to
rando shit in a second. In terms of Liam Martin injury cloud, I notice here on the Neds website, all odds subject to change, punters and dribblers, he and Hudson Young both paying $5.75 anytime. Is that a might not start the game sort of a vibe for Liam Martin because he's injured, or like?
Even if he doesn't start, my concern is that Martin doesn't play the entire 80, and if he does play the 80, I don't think he'll play the entire 80 on the edge. Like, you have a look at our bench. We've got Olakuatu, who's a right side specialist. You've got Hudson Young that comes off the bench as well. I think he's at a shorter price just because he's Hudson and he pulls a lot of random shit out of his ass. He's a try scoring forward.
He can find the line. Tom.
Well, they've got Huddy, Liam, and Hamole all paying the exact same $5.75. Interesting.
I think when I talk about that right side for the Blues, and I look at it from, oh my god, defensively, how are we going to go? I think the other side of the coin is, which I think you guys will like, they're probably the two best guys in the air on the field. And I think in a tight game like this, I think that'll be part of the game plan.
We might have to start calling them Tom and Eddie, the way they take fucking balls.
Bomb squad.
Bomb squad.
Diffusing them.
Bomb squad.
The bomb squad. Right side, Tom and Eddie.
So yeah, I don't mind Lomax and Suoli'i from that. I'm going to ignore that.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking complete and utter dribble.
Why? Bomb squad. Get up and get into it.
Mate, the stadium would have just been left a pile of ash after your first attempt at the fucking bomb squad. You wouldn't have lasted.
Who won?
It still burns, dude. Get us back out there. We'll win again. But Matty's got to be in your team. That's the only rule.
I'll tell you what, you think it irks me, you should talk to Tim Williams after a few beers.
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. Doesn't take it well.
Matty was the thing that didn't help Matty was that Matty was dressed like a preppy, like he had like a jumper over his shoulders, like tied up in a salmon polo shirt on. It wasn't a good.
It was
look,
horrific.
No, it was tough.
Not a good night out for Matt.
Well, just before we went out onto the field, the five of us were sitting there having a beer, and the lady came over and goes, "Oh, five, are you ready?" And I went to say, "Oh, it's just the four of us." And then Matty was like, "Yeah, sounds good." And I was like,
Oh,
"Fuck,
Matty.
we've already lost."
As soon as
Matty.
I heard he
We've
was
already
in, I
lost.
was like, "This is very good for
One of
us."
the most uncoordinated humans getting around, and that's with all due respect.
No, that's with the utmost respect to Matty, who's a dear friend.
He's a
and
dear
little
friend.
brother almost.
He's a dear friend. Newborn giraffe sort of stuff.
Yeah,
It
without
was-
legs.
It was outrageous. Never seen anything like it.
Okay.
There's no way he scored a try in his life.
Well, I don't know if he's caught a ball in his life because he didn't catch one that night. Now, we are going to get into some punting. This is a short, sharp Origin pound. We got Origin same-game multi. We got first try scorers. We got last try scorers, man of the match, and our unit scooper, which is margin-based. I would like to, before we introduce our good friend Random Stats Guy, New South Wales still at $2.05. That's held the whole week, I believe.
Came in, they've gone out of pinch.
Gone back out again. Queensland $1.77. The line is 1.5 State of Origin points, and the total is 36.5. Rando, wearing your
Let's
Queensland
go.
hat.
We'll start with head-to-heads here, and as a Queenslander, it hurts me, but most of the stats lean towards New South Wales. We'll start easy. They've won 6 of their last 8 Origin matches at a core. They've won their last 4 Origin games in Sydney when Jake Trbojevic has played. The last 6 New South Wales head coaches have won their first game coached in Sydney. The
Okay.
last 7 teams coming off their second straight Origin Series win, which is Queensland, have lost game 1, going for their 3rd Origin Series win. So all those point to New South Wales. In terms of margins, 9 of the 10 Origin game ones in Sydney have been decided by 8 or less points. Queensland have won 7 of their last Origin games by 1 to 12 points. Their biggest winning margin at a core stadium is 10 points. So the 1 to 12 there for Queensland looks good. But for New South Wales, 6 of their last 7 Origin wins have been by 13 plus points. So they don't like to win close. In terms of total points, 11 of the last 13 Origin game ones have gone under 36.5 points. 12 of the last 14 Origins at a core have gone under the 36.5 points. For try scorers now, left centres. That's all I want you to remember. If you're going to remember anything, it's left centres here. Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, he's hit in all 4 Origin matches he has played. Queensland has scored 41% of their tries in Origin Game 1 down their left edge exclusively. For New South Wales, same story. We're looking at Critter here, or it could be Suoliti. Not too sure 100%, but let's just say it's Stephen Crichton. The New South Wales left centre scored in all 3 games last series. The New South Wales left centre has scored in 4 of the last 5 Origin games in Sydney and is the top scoring position in Origin out of all the states and positions since 2018. So left centres, big time. For first try scorers, Queensland has scored the first try in the last 5 Origin games. Valentine Holmes has scored the first try in 7 of his 16 Origin matches, including in 2 of the last 4 Origin matches. So it doesn't matter about which side of centre he is on there. So he might be the best bet. For last try scorers, it's the left or the right winger for the Blues. They have scored 6 of the last tries in the last 18 Origin games. And that is the Origin preview
All right.
stats.
Now, there's a chance that I'm going to forget 90% of what you said,
Left
and I might
centres is
come
all I
back
wanted
to
you to
you for
remember.
specific stats around like each thing we're betting on here, just if there's for a bit of a reminder, if that's.
And shout out to Rando too, who's been camping out here for 24 hours. He was so excited
Absolutely.
for the show.
Yeah, he was. You know,
Got here
he
yesterday.
I only had half of these stats yesterday. So.
Came in here yesterday at 3, 24 hours early. Not a big deal. The man's keen. All right, let's go for our same game. Roo, down to you in blue. That didn't mean to rhyme, but it did.
I am going big here, probably a little bit too big the more I look at it. I personally think there's only going to be a max of about 5 tries in this game, and I think there'll be less than 5. So I think when you're looking at your anytime try scorers, I'm happy to take them as first, second, or third to juice a little bit of value there. The 2 guys that I like, and we'll talk about it more as the show goes on, but I like Zach Lomax. As I said, that right edge, I think they'll kick to them plenty. I think it'll be a tight game, which Lomax will have plenty of opportunities to get up in the air. But the guy that I really like is Jaden Sewer, going up against Nico Hines in this one. I think more importantly, Billy Slater made the decision to pick Jaden Sewer over David Fafita. I think that that'll just fill Jaden Sewer with absolute confidence. And wouldn't it just be a Billy Slater play that the guy that he picks that we all disagree with and can't make sense of comes out and has an absolute blinder? So I like Jaden Sewer as a try scorer. I like Lomax. And, of course, I think the Blues get it done in a tight one, as we always do in Sydney. $143.
So you're really hard on this first, second, or third thing now. It's got you real stiff in the pants.
I think in this
hasn't it?
game, like, does anyone see there being more than 5 tries scored? Like, do we all
Hope not. I got unders.
I got unders as well. Like, I just think it's a good little way to boost some value there.
It's actually quite interesting because how many horses race in the Melbourne Cup? Like 20-something?
24 or something.
Well, yeah. So there's how many players on the field at one time? Like 26. So I just did it then on my 3 try scorers. You go 3 first, second, or thirds. It's technically a box trifecta of the field, and it's paying $800, mine. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So
Boxy try,
yeah, it's a
dude.
legitimate boxy trifecta. doing
Holy
that,
shit.
yeah.
I think I'm... Oh, fuck. So are you doing a boxy try? Is
No,
that what-
my 800 boxy try will be a civilian boxy
Okay.
try.
Well,
yeah.
send
Yeah.
it. Share it in the fucking...
Well, it's just my 3. Yeah, I'll
I
share it
like
in the
boxy
group.
try. I got
Yeah.
boxy tries on the mic. I'll be doing a couple of boxy tries. In
Yeah.
fact, Wouldn't that be a nice feature? Like a mystery box of boxy tries, best try scorers.
Boxy try.
You know, you can do them for the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah. Mystery. Give me 3 tries. Yeah, because
Get on it, Neds, before
We
you
might,
steal it.
I might even put all the names and just randomise a couple.
Yeah. Fuck, that's good from you, Sebo.
Of just of backs.
But that's so we. What if we do a? I mean, like now I feel like we need to have a boxy.
we
try
need to have a boxy try.
leg to this whole thing.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, okay.
We can add that over
The boxy
the
try.
whole.
will be at
Yeah,
the end.
and the end. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fuck, that's good.
I'll just get mine out because like this, I might change my boxy try, but I had Lomax, Hammer, and Angus Crichton. Lomax as this, like. New South Wales might play a bit of PlayStation footy, just get it down to the end, press square, and get up the bomb, and he comes down with it. Hammer, you just can't count him out. And Angus Crichton, he's in form. He loves hitting that line, and he just looks like an Origin try scorer, 35-43.
Not much logic here. I've got New South Wales to win, and I like Teddy back in the side. Pour one out for the Ghost. Obviously, we feel for you, brah. The moral of the story is don't do extras. But I think Teddy will have a good game. There was a part of me that wanted to go man of the match, but Teddy, Lomax, part of the bomb squad, Tom and Eddie's side, and then Hammer because he scores. This is just 33-53. Again, like would it shock you if those 3 scored? It wouldn't shock me. New South Wales will win. We know that. 33-53.
You're right. New South Wales will win, Tom. We've known that for 10 days now.
10 days. Well, fucking if that comes off as well, it'll be a huge.
We eyeballed the side. We went giddy with excitement. I don't know why, quite frankly. I think it was just that there was an Origin team announced.
That's all. That's all it was.
We got hard as diamonds. New South Wales will win. If they don't, I'll be fucking furious because I've got a monster on. That's a civvy bet.
Yep.
And not really the point.
Nah, but it's worth mentioning.
It's definitely worth mentioning.
Yeah.
That Tom and I have a lot of line on the
A lot on the line. Civilian bet though, it's like Mufti Day bet. It's not official.
But if it gets up, I'm shouting Zubadubs at like.
Fucking yeah.
You know what I mean?
Eucalyptus drops.
Eucalyptus drops,
for
finger
everyone.
buns.
Yeah,
sausage rolls,
fuck yeah,
everyone's
finger buns.
getting
Yeah, and Chocky Milks, the big ones.
Yeah.
Not the
For everyone.
small ones.
For
Yeah.
everyone.
When Move came out with that banana in year 8, that
Banana Move,
milk
yeah.
was
Banana Move
pretty
has
good.
it has a shelf life in terms I'm cool for 1 or 2, but then eventually the
Yeah,
Chocky
it was
Move
cool
just
for a
calmed me
bit.
back.
It wasn't standing there forever. But when it came into
don't
the Oxley
get it.
Tuck shop, everyone was on the banana. Like you could look around the playground, and everyone had a
Well,
banana Move.
if
in there.
anyone who was anyone had a Banana Move in their hand.
Yeah.
So the Milky Bars will be on me. If New South Wales get up, they're in, obviously. I've got unders. I'm a big believer in unders game 1 of Origin, and it's shit for me many times in the past. And I've got Brian Toto in there because the guy's just a fucking machine. Never let you down, doesn't play a bad game. And if the ball comes to him, you can bet your bottom dollar he won't fuck it. 7.21. I'm not 143ing like Roo, just trying to fucking throw my hog around, and at the end of the day, nothing gets up for him. But that's okay. 7.21.
Wow. Drive by. Yeah, well,
Sitting right up the top, buddy. Now, question for you, Brian Toto, left winger. Any worry about Jerome Luai not throwing a pass, switch
Doing
right to
his-
left all
his
season
chink.
so far? Or
Critter, bang.
Jerome's probably not going to go that far to the left, though. He'll probably step off the left and come all the way back right.
He loves a jink.
Yeah. Probably a short ball for Teddy, actually.
We'll see.
Now, we don't have a lippy for this, thank Christ, so we can move on. Rando, can you give us your first try scorer stats again, please, bruh?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking at the right centre here, Val Holmes for Queensland. He scored the first try in 7 of his 16 Origin matches. For New South Wales side, you're probably looking at the right centre here, Stephen Crichton, the New South Wales. Joseph Suaalii. I'm still in mode that Crichton would be right. Joseph Suaalii could be the option here. New South Wales right centre has scored the most first tries in the last 6 Origin series with 3.
Question for you, rugby league guru. Is Nico going? Is it going to be left-right, or is Nico going to be on the ball?
I think you'll see Luai play down the left, but I think Nico will just play Nico ball. He's all over the place.
I'm just trying to work out who's going to put Angus Crichton over for first try scorer. Is Nico going to be playing? Is it just going to be Nico halfback first and foremost? Luai, if and when you need.
I think you'll be relying on Luai.
Yeah, but he's close to him. You know what I mean? It's not like he's all the way out. in the
No,
wings,
no,
yeah.
no. I understand. I'm just trying to work out
Yeah.
who's going to give him the ball because I am on Angus Crichton at $23.
Just on rando stats there too about Val Holmes. You know, I was looking the other day. Billy Slater played 31 Origins. I think he scored 12 tries. You know, Val's played 17 Origins and has 13 tries.
Yeah, Val's a
Unbelievable.
freak.
Val is a freak.
Val's a freak, and I'm taking Rando up on that because I had it burnt in my head that
Val scores first.
yeah, someone scored. I always take like a Queensland winger usually from back in the day because it's a good way to have a double ender is to have the Queensland first try scorer. And I was just burnt in my head. I'm like, who the fuck was it? And I just put Coates in there, but it was Holmes.
Yep.
It was Holmes. He does it, and for $16.
They
When he
love-
scores
they love
how
a
many times
try
first
scorer.
out of
7 out of 16. That's
7 out of 16 he scored
He's
first.
got 7 out of 16.
And then
Yeah.
it's paying
Fuck me,
$16.
Holmes does.
Holmes
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an incredible
when he plays
record.
Yeah.
No, just in Origins.
Well, in his last 2 Origins, which has been left and right centre, but 2 Origins ago he scored first as well
Yeah.
at right centre.
If we get out there tomorrow night and he pops up at left centre, which they could go all Cowboys, $16 is very
Yeah,
juicy.
either or, left centre is also scoring.
there's
as well.
like a
Considering he
world where
scored
I'm-
like 13 tries or something, you said, in like
Yep.
Origin? Yeah, like it's good
I'm
value.
taking Hammer
Yeah.
at $12.50. That's what I'm doing.
there's a world where obviously you can't do it on the show because you got to pick one, but I'm going to be salt bang the fuck out of so many different options for,
that's what
for
you-
punts tomorrow. Like my civilian bets are going to be responsibly through the goddamn roof. Like there's too much for me to just to like turn away from.
It's Melbourne Cup, dude. It's
Yeah.
what it is because Melbourne Cup. Okay,
you're
I'll
getting
pick
good
that
odds.
horse will win. That horse win. Oh, that's value on place. I'll do that for the trifecta. Oh, wait a bit. Better have a first 4. Mystery trifecta.
Like, would you ever get Hammer at fucking first try scorer for $12.50 in an NRL game? He'd be like $7, wouldn't he?
7, fucking 350.
Not on Ned's.
No, not on Neds.
Not on Neds.
Just
But on
general.
others?
Yeah. Neds, you got to do that boxy try thing though. Someone will steal that.
Yeah, mate, Queensland always score first, always. I like Hammer at $12.50, left centre hopefully, and he'll be a fucking handful as he was last year. Way more of a handful than I actually ever thought he was.
When he came into Origin, we were like,
dude,
boy,
we were
Hammer,
shitting
Tommy
all over him.
Turbo's,
We're like, what a loser.
Tommy Turbo's going to bury you, cunt. And
It was
boy,
Etch
were
what
we
happened.
wrong.
Oh, it was Etch, whatever.
Yeah, we were wrong. I'm going
We
to
got
stick.
jacked in the playground, but our undies came down.
They
too.
came down. No, it was cold and our tiny
Like
little
the
willies were there.
worst possible scenario. I got my little cock hanging around.
Yeah.
And the girl I've got a crush,
Crush
on.
on saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very sorry to Kat, who's in the room. Unfortunately, you are hearing the way we talk, which is embarrassing, but we will change for no one. I'm sticking with Angus Crichton because I'll hate myself if I change it and then he scores. So fuck it, I'm prepared to lose.
$23
But you'll
and
hate
then
yourself.
$16
You'll hate
is the
yourself if
difference.
Hammer
You
or
know,
Holmes
I know I will, dude, but you know what happened to me? And I know this is more for about even tomorrow, but my Raiders bet where I got dragged in with this fucking idiot was Raiders.
loved it.
Yeah, I know I did, but
You
I changed
loved it. You
I
were
changed
batting
my
off to it.
mind. And you know what my bet was before I changed my mind? It was Raiders, it was Savage, and it was fucking Whitehead. So I can't change. I can't do it. I can't do it. I want to do it, but I'm not going to do it. Is that everyone? Are we moving on? Or have you not
I've
said
got
your
Jaden
score?
Sewer
Yours.
as
Jaden
my
Sewer.
first try scorer, $29. I think there's very good value there.
That is value. But Angus Crichton will score. We now go to last try scorer, Rando. Back to you.
This one's for the Blues. Left winger and the right winger have both scored the last try in 3 of the last 18 Origin games, which is the most of any other position. Every other position has only scored once. So Brian To'o or Zach Lomax for last try.
Okay.
We all know about my vibe that Huddy Young scores last all the time. He definitely does. I don't have any stats to back that up, nor do I need them. He's just playing. And hopefully he's come off the bench by this stage. Hopefully it's not like some fucking weird scenario where they just leave all our boys on the bench. But I'm going to take Huddy Young at $19. As Guru said earlier, the man fires the line. He just finds the chalk. He's a big fan of chalk.
Oh, he's a
And
chalk guy.
He's a chalk man. He's from Maitland. They love their chalk out there.
Well, but I tell you why, because he got through a fucking full 12 years of high school or of schooling generally before the whiteboard was brought in. So he's a chalk operator.
Oh, chalkman. He blackboards. Blackboard sort
Blackboard
of stuff.
stuff.
So Huddy Young, $19. Hooked that to me veins.
Sebo, what are you doing?
a bit of a risky one. Hamole.
Oh, I'm copy and pasting you, dude.
I feel like he's going to be on there
I
at
love
the
it when
end,
you follow
right?
said.
I know. So stupid.
Very
So
stupid.
So good.
Weren't you just shortly ripping into him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was following him
Yeah.
before, like I started doing it.
No,
and then you
you
said
followed
Hamole.
But I feel like he's going to be there at the end. However New South Wales work their bench, he'll be there at the end. And you've seen him in Manly games when he's a kicking target as well as just a target to crash through the line. So maybe New South Wales will be back by a couple points, 4 points, and they need to just put a bomb up, play a bit of that PlayStation footy to Lomax, and if he's next to him, there's like options there. He might come down that way, or Nico might just be running around everywhere and put him through. So I don't know, I got a bit of a vibe about it.
I'm loving it.
Hamole 19.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was looking, I had Teddy before, and I was like, listen, I can't be completely in Teddy's mouth or him in mine. Like, I've got a little bit of pro Teddy, but like, Hamole.
You wouldn't be able to take Hamole.
But I'm willing to try. You know what I mean? I'm willing to give it a good old-fashioned Tommy Burns crack.
No, I was just clearing that up because
No.
you said you had Teddy in your mouth earlier.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure you knew.
Listen, dude, but you got to be in it to win it, right? You do. You have to be. You got to turn up. Ned Brockman said that. Just keep turning up. So I like Hamole. He's a manly man, and I haven't got any manly flavour in my bets yet. So I like having the big fella there.
Have a bit Danny.
Once again, apologies to Kat. Who else?
Reckon Ned Brockman's ever eyeballed an Olakau'atu dick? And
Listen, no.
We weren't talking about cock,
We weren't
mate.
talking about
No, of
penis,
course you
mate.
weren't. Of course you
Jesus
weren't.
Christ, get your mind out of the gutter.
all right,
Dirty bastard.
I am going to take James Tedesco. I'm going to go for the storyline bet here. Teddy to score last and win for the Blues. So
After you shit on him last year.
I don't think that was
you-
me.
you did a
$12, James Tedesco.
You'd like a full podcast. It was like the
How's
biggest
Brooksy
podcast.
going, boys?
Huh?
Thought the club was going to fall in around Luke Brooks. Not
What are you talking about? We never said that.
Nah.
We're just talking about your podcast entitled
Big Seabold guy.
Entitled Teddy Ruins Origin. How Teddy ruined Origin.
Yeah.
It was
Why
a-
we lost game one.
Yeah, and listen, it was a great podcast. It was like the biggest podcast in the country, I believe, at the time. But you definitely shit on the man.
All part of the plan. He's going to bounce back.
I hope
Well,
so.
but I thought that's what you meant by full circle.
We'll see. $12, James
Okay.
Tedesco.
I like
Fast
it.
scorer.
We now move on to man of the match, Rando.
Look, the stats don't really have a common theme. There's some themes that you want to follow, and that is the last 5 game 1 Origin man of the matches have had the letter C in their name.
my God.
So
Listen, dude, that's what we
so
asked
that's
for.
it.
At
That's-
what point?
No, that's what we asked
First
for.
or last name or combination?
Just
What's the-
combination.
That's your best stat you've ever
So there
pulled
you
out.
go. Other than that, Queensland last 2 games have been forwards, and the last 2 games for New South Wales have been halves. So Nico Hines has a C in his name. as well.
Tedesco?
Tedesco has a C in his name. Crichton, both Crichtons.
Those Crichtons. Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay.
Trebojevic.
Trebojevic.
What am I doing with that?
Very
Garrett?
keen to see what Sebo and Tom do
I'm
here,
taking
'cause
Tedesco at $8.50. I just think there's a bit of poetry.
You got a middle name?
I think there's a bit of poetry around Teddy getting dropped, coming back in.
He doesn't have a middle name, mate. We're
Doesn't
fucked.
have one.
Who are you looking at?
Pain.
See if he's got a middle name.
Payne Cars.
Sorry, Rue, what are you doing?
I'm joining Eddie. I'm going to go James Tedesco for the fairy tale stuff.
Yeah. As I was saying before I was rudely cut off, that I think it's poetic. Comes back into the side, loses the captaincy. Guru shit on him last year, and you'll get man of the match, and they won't be able to drop him. And then poor old fucking Dylan Edwards
Oh,
will
imagine.
just be sitting there going, "Well, fucking, could I still get picked?"
No, you can't.
No, you
Yeah.
can't, mate.
No.
Back to fucking clubland,
Yeah.
and that's the last
He
time.
might
we're
even
gonna-
get dropped to New South Wales Cup after this, Dilly Edwards.
Honestly, there's a world where he just
Because the fullback who's
that was
playing,
it. He got a
Dane Laurie might fucking start braining it for Penrith.
No C in Dill's name too. It's his problem.
Well, that's a great point.
That's a big problem, actually. I'm going to just fucking stick with Payne Haas 'cause I've been saying it all week.
There's no C in his name.
I know, but fuck that. That's all I'm going to say. Is I'm not always going to go with what Rando says, you know?
Watch the man of
Payne
the match
Haas,
with the
big
C in
and
his
thick.
name.
There's a lot of talk has been about how Haas hasn't done it at Origin level yet. You know what I mean? So and he's been like overcoming so much of late. So I just see him getting out there and ripping and tearing for his state.
What about blokes with 2 C's like Cameron McInnes?
No.
3
Just
Cs.
one. Just
No,
one, actually.
2
Actually,
Cs.
they all have just one.
Okay. Can
How
you give
deep
us
did
them?
you have
What
to
are their
go
names?
before you had to dip into the alphabet
Yeah,
basket?
dude.
I have to go back to the... Give me a minute.
At what point did you go, wait a minute, I can see a pattern here?
Because I was running out. I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing. Okay, here we go. 2023, Ruben Cotter. 2022, Cameron Munster. 2021, Tom Trebojevic. 2020, Daly Cherry Evans. 2019 was Dan Gagai. So that was the last
Okay,
few.
right.
So there you go. 1C.
They all make different
Only
sounds
1C.
too. It's
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying to find
it's
anything.
an open ball game.
it really is. And you could say Haas sounds like a C.
Yeah. It does.
Haas.
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 Yeah.
Like mace, but with an H.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's the
Thank
point.
you.
Haas.
Thank you, Haas. So that
Jake
could be-
Trebojevic,
It's a
Jake
sound-
Trebojevic, the last
Mace
forward
and Haas.
from New
Mace
South
is
Wales
the
to
same.
win as well.
Jake's won it.
He's the last forward to win man of the match in any game.
Jake Trebojevic.
Yes.
Well, the
C,
only
1C.
time I've wrangled a man of the match was for Feeder. I don't know how long ago that was, but it must have been a while considering you just read out those lists. But I have memories of doing it. I was at a pub in Alexandria and I put on a day for Feeder. He was paying around $20 and I got it.
There you go.
So I saw Payne. I thought, fuck it. The only time I've had success is getting a forward. And New South Wales seemed to be picking more like country footballers. You know what I mean? More kind of like work ethic guys than like the traditional, linen kind of Bondi guys, although Teddy is there now. So if New South Wales do win through like boot footy, country boot footy, Payne is going to be the one that stands out the most, I think.
Teddy, whilst he is a Roosters player, doesn't strike me as a linen Italian.
No, but if
he
you-
strikes me more as like hard-working, hangs out with Nono Italian.
Maybe, but like New South Wales, generally more like, okay, we're against Queensland, bit more metrosexual, bit
Well,
more
linen-based.
We've kind of swapped identities though, because now we've got all these guys who probably tuck in like Ralph Lauren shirts and wear boots, like McGuinness, Dill Edwards, all those guys, and then they've got the Reece Walshes, like your bloody pretty boys and stuff. It should be usually the other way around.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
it's a
so-
really good point.
Do with that what you will, but identities might be swapped. Freaky Friday might have happened, and we need to swap them back at some point.
To be honest, that sort of a movie hasn't been created recently enough. They redo
Yeah.
that sort of a vibe where it's like, we've switched bodies. That really needs to be
It's-
redone.
Yeah, someone needs to redo it.
That besides the point. Our unit scoopers here, we are just doing margins. I'll kick us off. New South Wales by 7. Nico droppy late. $51.
New South Wales by 8. 16 points.
$16.
$16.
New South Wales by 4, $14 dues.
I'm just taking the most simple one to follow. New South Wales by 1, just a fieldy. You know what I mean? You don't have to do all the calculations like need to get a conversion or blah, blah, blah. So just get a fucking field goal to win the game.
You're right.
And we
Eight's,
scoop-
eight's really hard to work.
New South Wales by 7. Fuck, wait, we're by 6. What do we need?
So you need you need it to be tied. You need them to then go like with 10 minutes to go. You're
don't
going
need to be tied.
Okay, someone's got to score. Well, someone's going to get a field goal, then score a try, then convert the try for that to kind of happen.
Or for it to be fucking.
Or they're
New
up
South Wales
by
up by 6
6
and
and
just
they
hit
wanna
a
put
field
it to
goal.
bed.
There's so too many options. Is what I'm saying.
But mate,
Or I'm up by 2 and score a try. 8.
you've got to be even fucking going into the final minute.
Yeah. Simple. It's a lot easier to understand.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Should we finish this off with our?
Just eyeballing that, we've got 4, 1, 8, and 7. The breadcrumb is they win by 2.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Jesus! Jesus.
Yeah.
That would be painful.
That one will be paying nothing, but-
Do we want to do each do a boxy try?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Well, let's go and work those out, and then we'll come back and get it done. Boxy try, Sebo. I just want you to explain it one more time for the people at home. The boxy try.
Well, so when you're in a horse race, let's talk Melbourne Cup. There's usually, let's say there is 26 horses. There's somewhere around 20 horses. A boxy try means you can get anyone to finish first, second, third. That's a trifecta, right? That's a trifecta. It doesn't matter which order. What we're doing here is picking 3 try scorers for first, second, and third try scorer. So you've got 3 guys. There's 26 guys on the field. So, I mean, there's going to be high odds, but it's not impossible to happen.
And it'd be fucking fantastic if it does. We'll let you start.
Yep. So I'm going Val Holmes. Rando gave us some great stats, and I got the vibe as well that Val scores first. Queenslanders generally score first. I'm also taking Hammer for that reason as well. I think Queensland go boom, boom. We're like, fuck, we need to get down the other end. We're not getting through the middle. Kick it to Zach Lomax. So those 3. We're going to start with Val score first, probably. Hammer second. Lomax third. That's 362.73.
Okay. I have also got Hammer in there for obvious reasons. So you were talking left centres, were you not, Rando?
Yes, left centres.
That we
Thank you
assume
for
will be
remembering.
Stephen Crichton.
Yeah, I assume so.
So I've got him in there as well. And then I like a bit of a name bet / it's the left side again for New South Wales. So Stephen Crichton hammer, then Angus Crichton, 1,588.73.
Yeah.
That'll
Wow.
fucking season end.
Gussie C really brings it up. I had him in my original. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
boosted to
Are
1683.
do these get a
99.
unit? What's the
What are we
latest?
doing?
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
a unit.
yeah.
I mean, a unit wipes the season.
Yeah, it's a season ender.
It's got to get off.
Yeah, well, of course.
So the only problem with this is, and I don't mean we're not going to fucking hit one, so it's not going to matter anyway. But like in the Melbourne Cup, one
Yeah,
horse
you're
can't
gonna get the
finish
double.
second and
Yeah.
third. So if someone scores a double, we're
Yeah.
cooked.
Correct.
Yeah, but that's okay.
That's the
It's
risk
all
you
exactly
take.
the same.
Yeah.
But
That's a great point. I've got Hammer, Tedesco, and Critter. $657.45.
are we?
State of Origin sense.
What do we think it's worth though? Like, as in, is it unit or is it just?
You can put it. We can put a unit on it.
Well, is it a unit?
It's a unit or half a unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck it, make it a unit.
A unit, easy. I mean, I'm putting a unit on it.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
I'll put more than a unit on it.
Yeah. Well, then let's put a unit on it.
Let's put a unit on it.
Don't overthink it, mate.
I'm not, mate. You asked the question.
I'm going to go James Tedesco, Jaden Sewer, and Zach Lomax, $718.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Jeez, I might have a little dabble on
All
all
of them.
these.
They'll all be shared. We'll share them all into the About Even Neds group. That's us though. Shout out to Neds once again for all of their support. Go the Blues. Fuck the Queenslanders.
Aye.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Rando. You piece of shit.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website